Betty Crocker was, and perhaps is, a cultural icon. She was hired by the Washburn Crosby Company in 1921 as a way to give a personalized response to consumer product questions. She was one part PR person, one part subservient cook. She could smile, she could talk, she could be your mother, she could be your wife. She was comforting and alluring, subdued but eye-catching. Betty was selected because she was an all-American woman that could think and cook. She was cheery. She was a homemaker of the highest order. In 1924, the Betty Crocker Cooking School of the Air debuted on one station in Minneapolis. It was the first radio cooking show in the country, and it was so popular that it was eventually carried nationally on NBC Radio. In 1941-45, Mrs. Crocker published Betty Crocker's Cookbook of All-Purpose Baking, in aid of wartime considerations in cooking. That same year, she was dubbed Fortune magazine's second most popular American woman. In 1949, she started making television appearances on The Burns and Allen Show, which eventually led to her own show. However, Betty Crocker was later replaced by her daughter, Marjorie Crocker, who assumed the name Betty Crocker. The replacement was due to Betty Crocker having an alleged identity crisis in an ever-changing world and murdering her husband, William Crocker, with a kitchen knife. At her 1951 trial, she pled insanity by way of schizophrenia. It's now believed that she suffered from dissociative identity disorder, as the court psychologist claimed Mrs. Crocker believed herself to actually be 75 different women. Well, in actuality, Betty Crocker is just a fictional icon, a trademark of General Mills. Does beg the question, though, who put that knife in William Crocker's back?